This is the Unplanned yarn. This is a merino is actually a mistake, meaning that I bought the wrong weight. Welcome to Past Purls, my channel where I talk about all of my passions. My name is Laura and I will be your host. If you're new here, you're very welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for coming back. In today's episode, we will be looking at all of the unplanned yarn that I have in my stash and how I've decided to organize it. Let's get started. This episode is part 2 of a series which focuses on organizing my stash to know it better, especially to support the goal of stash busting, which I've put myself for 2025. In part 1 last time, which if you haven't watched, you can go back and watch. I will link it below to make it easier. So last time I have taken out all of my stash and I have organized it in mainly 2 piles. One pile with yarn that already has a project in mind or is in progress, and then the other pile that is kind of unplanned, so yarn that I bought for which I don't have a project. After that, last time I mainly focused on the ones that actually have a project, so we looked at them and we looked at the various projects that I have in mind. Since the pile that was not planned, so the unplanned pile, was a little bit bigger than the planned pile, I have done a little bit of pre-work, so I've decided to organize this video in a slightly different way. So I have organized it all and catalogued and loaded it all for the first time ever for myself into Ravelry. I've also exported a file so I could look at it into Excel and have a little bit of data taken out of that. More on that a little bit later in this video. So yeah, we will be looking at Ravelry, at the pictures that I have and some of the projects that I have in mind for some of those. And then we will also be looking a little bit into what this exercise actually is telling me about my purchase habits for yarn and what are my preferences, etc. Before we focus on deep diving into the rest of my stash, I wanted to tell you a little bit my process of thought, so why I decided to really spend this much time cataloging my yarn. I think there are a few benefits about it. So I know for certain that to support my goal for this year of stash busting, I needed to really have a realistic view, a realistic idea of what I have in my stash. And this will also make it much easier to plan for whatever I decide to do this year. It will also obviously make it much easier to understand at which point I am, so might be helping me also to motivate me a little bit to continue into this journey, because I will be able to see the progress in a much more tangible way. It will also help me deciding which patterns I want to focus on, because I will know which type of yarn I have that actually support those patterns. I do not intend to acquire new patterns either, but I might during the year. And then also in the future, whenever I start, whenever I want to buy some more yarn, it will help me really know what I need. So decide what I actually need to add to my stash or what will be remaining of it, hopefully not much. So I have here a few useful numbers that I gathered for you. After cataloging all of my stash, I found out that I have currently 27,304 grams of yarn, which equals to 27 kilos, a little bit more than 27 kilos. I have 65,870 meters, which is about 66 kilometers of yarn. Then I have currently 342.5 skeins of yarn in my stash. Currently the top brand that I have in my stash is Sheepies, which I don't know if it's a correct pronunciation, and you will see why. It's because of a very particular project for which I actually had a kit, a big kit. No spoilers. Then the top color that I have in my stash is blue. More than 22% of my stash actually has some sort of blue, which varies from the lightest blue to the deepest blue, but it's still blue. And then I have 18% of multicolor, which might be a multicolor skein or also a few skeins of the same yarn of different colors that are for the same project. And then 14% of green. This is interesting because I would have never thought that I would have so much green, but apparently I do. And then 13% of pink, and I thought I would have way more pink tones, but it's 10% less than the blues. So it's actually, my perception of my stash is quite different than what I thought. This is so interesting. I hope you're finding it interesting too. And then 8% is white, 7% is gray, and then I have everything else is between 3 and 4%, so that will be the yellows, the reds, the purples, the browns, and I have a very tiny amount of black. Then the weights that I have in my stash, 31% is Aran and 25% is DK, and then 14.4% is super bulky, and fingering for ply is 11.5. I actually thought that I had so much fingering weight, and actually I don't. Well, I do, but compared to Aran and DK is less. But then obviously in terms of grams, 100 grams of Aran or even DK go way less further than 100 grams of fingering. So I suppose they are kind of comparable in terms of actual amounts, like sweater amounts. Then I have 4% light fingering, 3.5, 3.5 bulky, and also sport, and also worsted, all of them about 3.5. Very negligible. I have cobweb, jumbo, and lace 2 ply. That's very small amounts. And let me see. Okay, so I have 62 planned skeins versus 94 unplanned, which is roughly 40% of my stash is planned, which is not too bad, I suppose, but 60% of it is still unplanned, which is a lot. And I have currently 19% of my stash actually is leftovers, which is a lot, and I'm trying to have something in mind for all of. I have something in mind for some of them, but I definitely want to work more on that. And finally, I have 7 current whips. I thought more, but I finished quite a few lately. So I have 7 current whips, which equals to 4% of my stashed skeins. So currently 4% of my stash is in a whip, in a work in progress, and everything else isn't. However, 40% is in the queue, let's say. Yes, this was very insightful for me, and definitely I will take it into account when I start buying yarn again. So now let's turn the camera and let's look into my Ravelry so that we can look at my unplanned stash and some of the projects that I have currently attached to it. See you soon. This is the unplanned yarn. So starting with this one, probably I will do a shawl. I still don't know which one. I got a few ideas, but don't know. Then I have a self-striping one that is for my partner Yanni. Then I have 3 skeins of truly hooked fingering weight. I don't know what to do with it. Probably a jumper, but I don't think it's actually enough. It's only 300 grams, so maybe a sleeveless tee or something like that could be nice. Then I have these 5 minis. They're not in a fade, but they kind of all go together. They are 100 grams all together. Maybe I could do again a shawl or something like that with this. They're really nice feel. I really like them. Then I have these 3 that I put together last year at a fair, and so this kind of takes together the other 2 colors. It's like a teal and then a kind of chocolatey brown, and I put all three of them, thinking about doing something with all of them together. Again, I do not know what to do with them. Is 300 grams, is, what weight is it? Is fingering 4-ply. So yeah, again, 300 grams. Maybe I can do a sleeveless tee. Could work. This is actually a lot. So I have, I think, 3 of the yellows. I bought it from an American indie dyer, Bumblebee Acres Farm, and I really like this wool. I've had 2 advents from them in the past. I had bought all of these to go together to do a dress that I had seen the pattern from. Actually, they had displayed it. I'm not sure if I want to do it because it's kind of fitted somehow, and I don't think I'm in that place anymore. So I need to think about it. I kind of bought them so they would go together. You needed a kind of base color, which would have been the yellow, and then other colors that would go with it, to which are these 3 single skeins that I have, to kind of fade, and then the yellow brings it all together. But I'm not sure. I will decide later. This Easy Merino is actually a mistake, meaning that I bought the wrong weight. It was supposed to be DK. I bought the fingering. It's identical. However, one is fingering 4-ply, one is DK, and it was to do the skirt from Knititude. That is actually my cue. So this can't be used for that. So I don't know. This, I really like it. Is bamboo and merino. I don't know what to do with it. It's just my skin, but it feels really good. Then I have lots of cotton from Sheepies, Katona. These smaller ones, so these whites and the grey one, and then some of the pink ones, they are kind of one-off. But then these that are all together, so these tones of greys and blues, and then there's also the stone washed. They're all to do a it's like a crochet shawl. That was a Sheepies 2017 cal, as you can see here. There are four colorways that you can see there, and I've got my 4th one, actually it's not fully displayed, but it's those the hard and those kind of loose colors, and it's called Mermaid something. So it is more in tone of blue and greens, and yeah, so this is what it looks like. I wanted to show you what it looks like. I bought it in 2017. I had just started crocheting, so this is definitely beyond my skill set. Also, all of the pattern is embroidered on the crochet. It's not tapestry, it's cross stitch, and I do not know how to do cross stitch. I still want to do it. I have the pattern which came with the kit. It's a kit. That's the colorway that I have, and I think it's really pretty. It's a little bit more subtle than the others, and yeah, I will definitely do it. Might be time now to start it. I might put it in the queue for this year, but I think it's gonna be a long-term project. And yeah, I just wanted to show you what the actual project looks like and what the actual colorway that I have looks like. So it's lots of work. It's lots of yarn together, lots of cotton, lots of stone washed. Now this is a self-striping West Yorkshire Spinners. It's a Christmas colorway, vintage tinsel, and I don't know, I really liked it, so I bought it. I think I saw Crafty Clegg, Jeanette from Crafty Cleggs buy it, and I thought, oh, I really want it, so I bought it. And I think I might be doing either this simple one because it stripes so beautifully, or I might be doing, where is it, this one, which is slightly ribbed and it still stripes really beautifully, so I might be doing this later in the year. Then I have these Milla Mia. I have 4 of them. They were originally part of a kit with a pattern to do a cushion, a textured cushion, but I don't know if I still want to do the cushion. Then this, I bought it in a fair at York last year. it feels really nice, but I do not know what to do with it. Then I have a set of yarns. This is from Debonair. This is slightly sparkly, and it is to do a Christmas jumper. So here I have actually a picture with all of the colorways that I chose. And yeah, so this, I haven't done much, but it feels like I've done a lot of it. So this is the latest picture I've done a couple of months ago with the latest progress. And yeah, eventually I will finish the jumper, but for now it's still ongoing. But I love it. I'm loving it. This is the full of it. It's called Jule Genser. It's a Norwegian pattern. It's original Christmas color work from like Scandinavian color work. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. The yarn feels really good. So I have the magenta is from Debonair, and the undyed white and the green is from Skin Queen, all bought at the same fair. I think it was at Unravel a couple of years ago. Then next I have these Back to Blighty. It looks really grey here. It's a little bit more blue, but I suppose it was the light when I took the picture. There's a little bit of the purpley, very subtle purpley tones, and it's really nice. I don't know what to do with it. Then I have this blue, is purpley blue from La Bien Amie. It's French. And I have two of these, and then I have two of another color that I'm gonna show it in a second. So I bought 4, so altogether is, I think, 460 grams altogether. So now this is a purple, and I don't know, I think they really go so nice together. It's such a weird combination, but it works because of this purple undertone of the blue. And I want to do a stripy jumper. I don't have the pattern in mind yet, but it's definitely gonna be a stripy jumper with these two. So when I know it, I will let you know. Still from La Bien Aimée, I have this is grey with a very pale pink, and I wanted to do a Musselborough hat with it. I don't know, I want a pink and grey Musselborough hat. Vanna style in charcoal, I have 8 of these, so that's a total of 800 grams. So this, I had originally bought it to do a cardigan in crochet again when I couldn't really crochet much. And I don't remember the name of the cardigan, so I'm looking a little bit through it, through the yarn pages, and see if I can see it. Probably not, but I can see there's lots of good ideas with this type of yarn, so I might still be able to do something else if I can't find the cardigan that I was looking for. That kind of looks like it. Not so sure. I had actually bought the wrong one again, the wrong weight, and then I bought the right one, but it wasn't the color I wanted because actually I wanted it in cream. But then charcoal wasn't too bad, so when I found the right weight, then I bought the charcoal, which I think is gonna look good. If I can find the cardigan, I think I might give up now. And so maybe it's that one. Let's see, it had some details. I think on the sleeve. Oh yeah, it kind of looks like it. Oh, definitely, yeah, it's definitely it. So it had these details on the sleeves, and I think it also has pockets. It's fairly long, and yeah, I think that's the color I wanted to do. Apologies for the washing machine in the background. Yeah, is that the color I wanted to do? That's more grey. I wanted to do more of a cream color, but yeah, it's definitely it. So yeah, I still like it. I still really like it, even if it's been a few years. Oh yeah, that's a cream. That's a cream color I wanted. So I bought this color in Vanna's Choice, which is heavier weight. So I can't do this cardigan. I'll be doing something else with that one. But yeah, so this is the charcoal I have. That looks nice. Looks good. Yeah, I think I'll actually add it to the queue. yeah, that's the Venice style. So yeah, I am gonna add it to the queue, so now it's all nice and tidy in Ravelry, and I can decide when to do it. These colorful ones are almost full mini skeins, but they are leftovers from a Christmas jumper I did a couple of years ago. And this is Easy Care, is still merino wool, I think. I bought it for a bralette, but I had to unravel it because I didn't like the fit of it. I might still do a bralette with it, but I'm not 100% sure. This Rikorumi is part of a kit that I bought last year at the Alexandra Palace in October, and it's for some tiny Christmas decorations. I thought I had added actually the pattern to use this wool from Stash, but maybe I didn't. But yeah, so all these Rikorumi, they're all together because they're part of a kit that's definitely in the queue for this year, hopefully. Then I have some cashmere, which I bought on a whim because it was cashmere and it was discounted. I had no idea what to do with it. I have, I think, 4 altogether. 1 oatmeal, 2 of these, which is kind of a brown rose, pinkish brown. And then 1 of, I don't remember the name, is more greyish. They go together. No idea what to do with them because they're really tiny. Then I have 2 packs of 4 DK from Aldi. That's the second pack. No idea what to do with them. And then this is mixed acrylic. So this I was using to do the Quarantine Mystery Cal, also called Hug Me Later Cal, in 2020 from Arne & Carlos. And I'm just showing you some of them. You might know them, but basically every day when we went into quarantine, Arne & Carlos for about a month, they were releasing every day a different chart for a square. I had never done color work before, so that was my first attempt at color work, and I really enjoy it. It helped me go through the first lockdown. At the beginning, the pattern was for a cushion, but then since the lockdown was continuing, they decided to keep releasing squares so that people who wanted could make a blanket. And I think lots of people did. I made actually quite a lot of them. I kept up quite well. I still have a few that I haven't made, and I still have quite a bit of yarn. So I definitely want to pick it up again because it's almost done. I just need to do a few more squares and then put it together and make a blanket out of it. I don't know. I like the look of that long cushion that I saw at the beginning in this pattern page. But I'll decide. But I think it's going to be more of a blanket probably. And here is more acrylic again, kind of put together by me in a kit. This is to make the Yule cooler from Arne & Carlos. So it's like Christmas bubbles for the Christmas tree. It's again color work. These I bought, I think, at my very first fair. And it's so nice. Very nice to touch. No idea what to do with it. Still, after so many years. I have done some green acrylic left over. Then I have some grey tweed. I have 2 balls of it. I have another project that I already know I want to do is the as if tee with other colors of this tweed. But with this grey, I don't know what to do. Then there's a Vanna's Choice. So that's the one that I bought by mistake when I wanted to do the crochet cardigan. Don't know what to do with it yet. Rikorumi Nili is a small chenille. I want to do some amigurumi with it. Then I have this green and this white. They are the ones from the Christmas jumper. Then I have these few. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way down to the white is their big ball Aran from Aldi. They're very nice to work with. Some of them are in progress, so the white one and the teal one that you see, the ones without label, I'm making a meter square blanket with them. And it's coming out really nicely for my stepson. This is a kit from Wool and the Gang, is to do a jumper with a hood. And it's so soft, I can't wait to use it. Haven't started it yet. It's been a while, but at least that one has a project attached. So I might do it maybe this year because I already know what to do with it. And this is a project, I think it's supposed to be really, really nice. Yeah. Then another kit from Wool and the Gang. This is for a jumper. This is just mohair. And yeah, so that's the jumper. Mine is kind of sage eucalyptus green. Let's see if I can find a project that has used the same color of wool that I chose, so I can show you what it looks like. Yeah, so that one, the first one, the second one, and then the third one. So this one is definitely the color that I chose. I think it looks really nice in the green. Then I have some cashmere, Poema cashmere, that I bought in Italy. I have 3 of them, and they are a fade. I have seen actually some very, very nice shawls done with it. But I think that the shawls only use 1, but I bought 3 because I was greedy, because they were on sale. So, I don't know, it's gonna be a little bit more complicated using 3 of them, because obviously the color fades in a different way. But I really like the look of some of these shawls. They look really, really, really cool. Yeah, that one, for example, it's not the color I have, but yeah, I really like this one. I might think about it. That's a good one. Then I have the grey and the pink. They are a present from a friend. Probably I will do a hat with them. So this is a brown. It doesn't look great here, but it's actually supposed to be really sturdy. I don't know what to do with it, probably a jumper. Then that's a leftover. This is chenille from Aldi. I was thinking about doing children toys or maybe a comforter for a baby. And then I have a few, like, kind of one of different skeins of different colors from We Are Knitters that I bought when they were released in different colors. So this is a marshmallow one, I think. I really like that one. Yeah. And then lastly, this is probably the very first yarn I bought at the fair. It's mostly alpaca. I have 4 or 5 of them and don't know what to do with it because it's not enough to make a jumper. So yeah, so that's all the unplanned yarn that I have. I thought I would have a quick look at the leftovers that I have. So you know, some of them, like the purple and yellow, they are from the first episode I made, from those mittens that I made in January. And the rest is from other older projects which I want to show you maybe in later episodes. Some of them I still have myself, obviously. Some of them were gifts, so I will have some pictures to show you. Here I wanted to show you what currently my queue looks like. I need to tidy it up, so this doesn't actually reflect all of the projects that I currently want to make. There will be other projects that I actually have talked about today and in the previous episode that are actually not in here. But I just wanted to conclude just briefly showing you this is the project that I couldn't find earlier, the one with the Rikorumi yarn. So it's these tiny little Christmas decorations that I think I want to hang them on the Christmas tree, but obviously you can put them anywhere you want. So yeah, these I definitely want to do this year. That is all of my yarn and most of my projects. So now that I have worked on cataloging all of my stash, I'm feeling definitely less overwhelmed than I was feeling last time, and absolutely way more confident that I know how to tackle this. I know what I'm getting into. I know it will be a long process, but I also at the same time I know I can do it because I kind of have a plan, at least for 40% of it. I hope you will be with me for the journey, and I also hope you enjoyed this second installment of this series about my stash. What's next? Next time I was thinking about actually diving into the plan for the year. So what I'm working on right now, what I will be working on in the year. So I will be actually selecting the projects that will be worked on this year, and I will try to make like a monthly plan, but I think it's more realistic, like a 2-3 months, so almost probably a quarterly plan or something like that. We just finished Q1, so it kind of tidily goes all together. And also I want to very briefly show you how I've actually organized it, and maybe show you also how I'm organizing my patterns and all of my notions, a very small section of that in next episode. I also would like to know what you think about my stash. Did it surprise you? Is it similar to your stash? It is very different. How is it different? Do you also know now what you have in your stash? Is it mainly DK? Is it mainly Aran? Which colors are you more drawn into? I'm really curious to know that. And also, I would also like to know if you have seen anything that particularly caught your attention into all of my stash, both planned and unplanned. Please, oh, that's the hair fryer. Bear with me a second. So yes, if anything caught your attention in my stash, let me know in the comments below, and also say what would you use it for, because as you have seen, for many of them I really have no idea, or for some of them I have a vague idea, maybe to use it for a jumper, a scarf, a shawl, a hat, but maybe I don't know exactly which one. So if you have any ideas that you thought, oh wow, that would be so perfect for that pattern that I know of, then that suggestion would be very welcome. Thank you very much. And that's it for today. So thank you very much for watching, and again, thank you for commenting below. Please, if you like this content, remember to subscribe, turn on the notifications so you can see when I upload the next content, and just let me know with a like or with a comment or with both. And also you can contact me on my email, which I'm putting on the screen now, and also in the description below. And also I have now I have the same name into my Ravelry account as my YouTube channel, so you will be able to see everything that I've shown you today in Ravelry. So I also put that below and also on the screen now. So thank you again, thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye.